Do a bit of swinging side to side. Please be careful on your back. Bend the knees as much as you need to. I'm grabbing the elbows with the opposite hand. Make sure you hang your head as well. Turn your head side to side. Give it one halfway lift. I'm placing the hands onto the knees. Long back inhale. Exhale forward one more time. I roll up really slowly, bending your knees even more, vertebra by vertebra, straightening up. Rolling the shoulders out on the top, sweep up, standing cobra, squeezing the glutes already, inhale. And exhale slowly forward again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Spread the fingertips and make your way into high plank slowly. I'm dropping the knees, sinking onto my front. Inhale into a mini cobra. And exhale, make your way into child's pose. I'm tucking the toes under and I'm moving back into cobra this time. Straight elbows move forward, rounding the back as you go through all fours. Drop the hips, roll your shoulders back, lengthen your neck. Inhale, look up, cobra, and exhale, sit back onto your heels. A few more times, coming forward, rounding the back, dropping the hips, opening your shoulders and look up as you inhale. Exhale, child's pose. One more time. Once you're in your child's pose, lift up into downward dog. And pedal the heels once you're there, straightening the elbows, your neck, spreading fingertips. Walk forward into yogic squat. Wide feet, heels flat. Wiggling your bum, sitting bone closer to the mat. And when you're ready, press the elbows into the knees and lift your chest. Take one more breath, loosen your neck a few times whilst you're here. Hands on the mat, bum up high, feet hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Coming up slowly, vertebra by vertebra with a generous bend in the knees. Once you're standing, reach up, couple of side bends, grab the right wrist with the left hand. Pull up high as you inhale and across as you exhale. Back to center all the way. Inhale, pull the left wrist high and exhale across. Back to center, slide back, bend if it's there, squeeze the glutes, standing cobra. Inhale and exhale forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Hold your high plank for a breath. Sink onto your front, drop the knees if you need to or keep them off. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. This time I'm pressing the feet into the mat. And exhale, find downward dog. Take your time, it's early days. Go through movements you need to be on the safe side. Once you're in downward dog, push the hips side to side. Linking it with slow breathing, a couple of times each way. Stretching the obliques down your side. Come back to center. Step or hop the feet wide, yogic squat. Coming to the front of the mat. Press the elbows into the knees, lift the chest. A bit more loosening in the neck, ear to shoulder one way, other way if it's there. Hands on the mat, bum up high, feet hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just a gentle stretch, grabbing the back of your knees if it's there to hold it for one more breath. Roll up slowly. Sweep the arms of standing cobra. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Interlace the fingers in the back. Bend your knees slightly. Open your heart up. Inhale, open the chest, collarbones. Exhale, fold. Keeping fingertips interlaced as long as you can. Hold for one more breath. Lift the hands off the hips. Drop little fingers towards the mat if it's there. Release the hands onto the shins or mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Sandwich the feet together, but option to drop the right knee to turn into a star pose or flick the heels over to your right. Lift the left arm, find side plank. Lift the hip high and stack the shoulders. Come back to high plank. Still have feet together if you're choosing full side plank. Make sure your shoulders are above the wrists. Drop the left knee if you feel like it, or flick the heels to your left. And lift the right arm to stack shoulders, hips. And lift the hip high. Hold for a breath. Turn into high plank, prepare for chaturanga. Inhale to push the weight forward, exhale, sink through. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Make sure your neck is long on the top, pushing to the heels of your hands. Exhale, downward dog, feet hip distance once you're there. Inhale, lift the right heel behind you, three-legged dog, keeping the hips square. Exhale, right knee across to your left elbow. Tap it and hold. You have the option to hold or maybe drop your right knee if you want to rest here. But I'm flicking the left heel over. I'm keeping the connection between the left elbow and the right knee. And I'm bending the left elbow just to squeeze the two together. I'm already on my side in a side plank. Stay in your star pose if you want, or extend the right leg out into a fallen triangle. Left arm up. Lift the hip higher. Inhale to prepare. And either stay here or drop your right hip to the mat 3 times. Exhale. Inhale, lift the hip back up. Exhale, drop the right hip. One more time. I'm dropping it again. Lift it up. Hold. Left hand on the mat. Pull the right knee to the nose. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, flex your right foot and put the right heel across the left thigh. Push your bum up into downward dog. Pigeon. Push the right knee behind you and straighten your arms. I'm feeling a slight stretch in my right glutes. One more inhale. As you exhale, pull the right knee to the nose again. And this time step through between the thumbs. Find runner's lunge first, bending right knee but straightening left knee even more as you're dropping the hips and looking forward. I'm on the fingertips. Drop the left knee. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Take a big inhale. Lengthen up to the ceiling. Exhale, interlace the fingers in the back. Let's open the shoulders again. Kali Mudra if you want, heels with the hands together, pointing the first 2 fingers to the mat. Open the chest. I have the back toes tucked under, and please be careful with the next one. If you want to release the hands onto the mat, feel free. Half split. If you can, find your balance. Start sitting back. Straightening right knee, pointing the right toes up if it's there. Sending right hip to the back. And folding towards the thigh. I need to focus. Find a point that's not moving, but feeling the stretch in the front of your right thigh, back of your right thigh, hamstrings. Release the hands into runner's lunge. Bend the right knee, frame the right foot and lift the back knee. Let's go into warrior 3. I'm lifting the chest, arms by my side, airplane, and shift into your first balance. Take your time to lift the left heel, lengthen the back, level the hips and shoulders. Come into a supported warrior 3. Bend the right knee slightly and bring the fingertips towards the front of the mat. You can level the hips. You don't have to lift the heel high. It's not a standing split. It's a bit more comfortable, but still a lot of work in the right leg. Bend the right knee more and step into warrior 2. Land the left foot in the back. Left heel lands and find a T shape. Look over your right fingertips. Release the shoulders away from the ears and sink into the front knee. Keep the shoulders above the hips. Reverse. Flip the right palm. Reach up. Inhale. Let's hold it for an exhale to feel the right side stretching. I'm resting left hand on the thigh, but bind if you want by all means. Wide-legged forward with a twist. Straighten the right leg. Turn on the right heel. Land the right hand on the mat in the middle. And when you're ready, reach the left arm up. Turn the left shoulder up. And hold the twist. Bend the knees more if you need to. This is your first one. Use a block on your right hand if you need to. One more breath. And let's forward left arm down as well. And forward into your wide-legged stance. Tailbone up. Maybe pigeon toe. Turn the big toes inwards, heels out. And really turn your bum up, your tailbone to the ceiling. Side lunge onto the right heel, not for long. I'm straightening my back first, turning the right toes out and sitting over, walking the hands over as this is the first one, taking it slow. Taking 3 breaths. At some point you're working towards straight back and maybe opening left arm up. It might not be there, and that's okay. You might want to play with the hands together by the heart and pressing the elbow into the knee. One more breath. Take your time. We'll come back here. There is no rush. Let's go into an easy twist in the front of the mat. Left hand flat in line with the right heel. Turn the hips over into lunge, left heel pointing up, and the right arm up. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Sink your hips slow whilst your left knee is straight. Let's do another side plank. Star is still good. Dropping the left knee now is a good time, or left heel over. Pushing right foot back. This time I'm making a tree pose. I'm pressing the right heel into my left inner thigh. If it's not quite there, just find the leg position. Point the right knee up to the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes. Lift the hip higher. Find high plank. I'm stepping the right foot to the back, feet hip distance. Let's meet on our front. Inhale forward. Exhale, sink through a full chaturanga if you can. And land on your front. Stay there. Roll the shoulders back. Press the feet into the mat. Lengthen the tailbone to the back of the mat. Locust. Pushing hands to the back. Pointing fingertips to the back. And palms to the mat. Lengthen arms, neck. Lift the upper back. Feel the upper back muscles working. Lengthening the back of your neck. Squeezing shoulder blades. If it's already there, squeeze the glutes and lift the legs as well. Very careful on your lower back. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way onto the mat. Hands under your shoulders, feet hip distance. Push up onto your knees or onto your feet. Tight tummy. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward dog. And take a breath. Lift the left heel, three-legged dog. Hips square. Big inhale. Exhale, left knee across to the right elbow to tap. Keep the connection unless you want to drop the left knee into star pose straight away. I'm bending the right arm and pressing the right elbow to the left knee. My right heel is flat at this point. Start turning out into fallen triangle, left leg straight, right arm up. Lift the hip high to prepare. Inhale. Drop the hips 3 times. Exhale. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, drop. Careful on your back. One more time. I'm dropping for 3. Pushing back up, lift. Hold it for an extra breath on the top. Right hand down. Pull the left knee to the nose to tap. Pigeon. Flex the left foot and put the left heel onto your right thigh as you push your bum up into downward dog. Straight arms. One more inhale to prepare. Exhale, left knee to the nose to tap. And step through between the thumbs. Runner's lunge. Take your time to come onto fingertips. Drop the hips as you're keeping the back knee straight, looking forward. Starting the stretch off in the front of your right hip. Drop the right knee. Crescent moon. I'm keeping the back knees, back toes tucked under. Lengthen up, inhale. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Roll your shoulder blades together and find a stretch in the collarbones. Hold for a breath. You might be able to lift the hands off the hips already. If not, just rest the hands on the hips. Half split, releasing the hands onto the mat is good. Fix your gaze otherwise. Start straightening the left knee, flexing left foot up, and start hinging from the hips while you're sending the left hip towards the back of the mat. Feel the hamstring stretching and be very careful with that. Ooh, I'm gonna fall. Release into runner's lunge. Release the hands. Bend the front knee. Lift the back knee. Warrior 3, airplane arms, lifting shoulders whilst you're pushing the arms to the back. Float into balance. Double hips, shoulders. Flex right foot to the mat. Lengthen back of the neck. Feel the back muscles working. Supported warrior 3, bending left knee. Sending fingertips to the mat in front of your foot. And maybe lift the right heel higher, but keep the hips square. Step into warrior 2. Bend the left knee more as you step the right foot to the back, right heel flat. Find a T with the arms, lengthen stance if you need to. Hips above the shoulders, and now the other way around. Shoulders above the hips and tuck the pelvis. And the left knee slightly more. Reverse the warrior, left fingertips to the ceiling. Right hand is binding or on the right thigh. Hold for another breath. Wide-legged forward fold to twist it. Left knee straight, turn on the left heel, left hand on the mat. Right arm up when you're ready. Bend the knees again if you need to. This is your first round. Think about flat back, fairly flat back anyway. Stacking shoulders. Release the right hand onto the mat to fold. And find a hamstring stretch again. And you can pigeon toe again if it feels good. Or find what works for you. Reach further than before if you can. Side lunge onto the left heel, coming back to the front of the mat. I'm turning the feet again, walking hands, taking it slow with the first one. Taking a couple of breaths, maybe 3. Maybe find the opening. I've got left knee, elbow on the inside of the knee, lengthening the spine. And see if you can send the right arm up already. If not, wait for the next round. You might feel warmer then. Hands to heart center and left elbow into the knee is always good. Easy twist to the front of the mat. Right hand flat in line with the left heel. Turn the hips over into lunge. And reach the left arm up. Make sure the right bicep is pointing to the front of the mat because that puts your shoulder blade into the right place to go into a side plank. Drop the right knee for star if you want, or right heel over and push the left foot back. Tree pose. Point the left knee up if you're ready. Push the left heel into the right inner thigh or anywhere on the inside of your right leg. Lift the hip higher when you're there and reach the left arm higher. Turn into high plank, stepping left foot back, feet hip distance. Let's meet on our front. Inhale forward, exhale, find yourself on your front. Straight into locust because you know it. Activate the shoulder blades, lengthen the neck. Activate the glutes. I'm pointing fingertips to the back and the thumbs outwards. Lift your chest high if you can. Feel the glutes, hamstrings working, but no impingement in the back. Stack your hands under your forehead and relax the feet onto the mat. Push your hips side to side. And let's stretch the quads. You might want to do two legs. I'm stretching back just for one leg, grabbing the ankle, knees together, pulling the heel onto the bum. You can always roll onto your side. Taking about a couple of breaths here, maybe 3. If you want a little break in between the two sides, if you're doing 2 legs together, feel free or hold it. I'm changing. Stretching the front of the thighs the other way. Please make sure you're not feeling anything funny in the back. Squeezing knees together and pressing the hips onto the mat. It's normally helpful, but if you still feel anything funny, do just one leg at a time. Release. Finding child's pose. I'm not doing a press up now, but please lengthen your lower back, send the tailbone to the back. Once you're in child's pose, tug the toes, find downward dog. And hold a static stretch for a breath. Inhale, lift the right heel behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the left elbow across. I'm taking the left hand off and pressing the elbow to the opposite knee. Star pose or extend out into fallen triangle. Lift the left arm up, hip high. Inhale, dropping the hip once only. Exhale. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left hand down, right knee to the nose to tap. Pigeon, downward dog. Right heel on the left thigh to push your bum high. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, right knee to the nose to tap and step through. Drop the left knee. Reach up into crescent moon. If you want to take a slight back bend on your exhale, feel free. We'll still keep it a straight spine. Once you're back, interlace the fingers in the back. Open the chest. Half split. I still have the left toes tucked under. You can release the fingertips onto the mat. Send the right hip to the back and fall towards the thigh. Feel the stretch in the back of your thigh on the right side. You don't have to look, just think about it. Previous option was runner's lunge to warrior 3. You have the option not to release the hands, to try and float into warrior three without releasing the hands. When you're ready, I would straighten up, bending right knee, fix your gaze, lift the back knee, and float into warrior three. Anytime you need to release the hands, please feel free. I'm going to try my best to keep the hands together, and I dive forward with my chest, lifting left heel higher. You can again do a supported warrior three. It's a little bit like a standing split, but so much harder. Now I'm releasing left fingertips onto the mat. See if you can bend the left knee and grab your left ankle with your right hand. And then once you're there, push into the hand. Release the back leg. Take your time, take your time. And step into reversed warrior. Reach the right arm up. Take a big inhale once you're there. Twisted wide-legged forward fold, right hand on the mat, bum up high, turn the feet parallel. Straight away, I'm reaching left arm up. Take a big inhale and either hold or see if you can bind. Left hand on my lower back, and I'm trying to reach the inside of my right thigh. And turn the left shoulder up. Come back into wide-legged forward fold. I'm releasing the left hand up first to untangle and then fold to the mat. Sit onto your right heel to the front of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Lengthen back and open if it's there. Easy twist, left hand in line with the right foot, right arm up. Take a big inhale to prepare for your side plank. Turn the left bicep to the front of the mat. And exhale, find star pose or tree pose with the right heel into the inside of your left leg somewhere. Turn the right knee up, lift the hip high. High plank. Let's meet on our front. Inhale forward, exhale sink through. Locust or bow pose. Make sure you do locust first. Activate the back muscles, shoulder blades, glutes. Lengthen back. You can stay here. You can always release into a quad stretch just like before. Or see if you can keep high, bend the knees. And push the ankles into the hands. Keep lengthening your lower back. Release onto the mat. Take a breath to lengthen your tailbone to the back of the mat. Let's meet in downward dog. If you feel safe on your back, you can draw the belly button in and do a press up first. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. If you have back pain while you're pushing up after a back extension, you might want to go through a child's pose. Let's do the other side. Left heel up, three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, left knee across to the right elbow. Tap, and bend the right elbow to press the elbow against the knee. Right heel flat. Star pose or fallen triangle. Right arm up, left foot out. Lift the hip high to prepare for that one single hip drop. And exhale, land the left hip. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, right hand down and pull the knee to the nose. Pigeon, downward dog, left heel on the right thigh. Bum up high. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, left knee to the nose, tap. and step through. Drop the right knee, sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Inhale, maybe a slight back bend if it's there. Exhale. Straighten up, inhale. Exhale, interlace the fingertips behind you. Open the heart up. Half split. I'm sitting backwards, straightening left knee, turning left toes up, leveling hips, folding forward with a fairly straight back. Release the fingertips whenever you need. Warrior 3 is coming up. You can release the hands or see if you can keep the fingertips interlaced. I'm bending left knee and straightening, lifting back knee and floating into Warrior 3. Well, that's the hope anyway. Level the hips. Find the strength in the core. See if you can dive the head forward and lift the right heel higher whilst bending the left knee to protect the hamstrings. Again, release the fingertips anytime you want. I'm releasing right hand onto the mat. I'm bending right knee to grab the right ankle with the left hand. I've nearly fallen over, sorry about the noise. Press into the hand. And release. Reverse the warrior, bend the left knee. Right foot steps back, right heel lands. Cartwheel the left arm up, inhale. By all means, bind if you want. Exhale, twisted, wide-legged forward fold. Left hand on the mat. Right arm up. I've turned the feet parallel. Stay here. Or maybe bind, but you might already be binding. Reaching right hand behind me and trying my best to reach the left inner thigh. Turn the right shoulder up. Reach the right arm up, inhale. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Give those hamstrings a bit more stretch. Sit onto your left heel, side lunge. Try your best to take it further with a flat back. Find a position that gives you a good stretch and maybe strengthening the back. I'm opening. Easy twist to the front, right hand in line with the left heel. Turn the hips, left arm up first. Turning right bicep to the front of the mat. Star pose to drop the right knee, or side plank, tree pose. Let's go. Left heel onto the inside of the right thigh. Point the left knee up. Come into high plank, left hand down. Step the left foot back. Inhale forward, let's meet on our front. Exhale. Locust first, then a bow pose, and I'll try and release into locust. Leave out bits if you need to. Upper back muscles, glute muscles. Lifting into locust. Bending knees, flexing feet. Pressing into hands. Bow pose. And the tough bit, very careful on your back. I'm releasing back into locust. And then bring it onto the mat. Just take a breath. Wait for the lower back to lengthen. Again, just remember, if it causes any back pain, to push up from here. Sit in the child's pose first. Get ready. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Hold for a breath. Come to the front of the mat, feet hip distance. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. You can practice hand balance, crane, crow if you want. Or just then go down. Spread the fingertips if you're doing crane with me in front of your toes, feet hip distance. Lift onto the tippy toes and tap the back of your knee, the knees onto the back of your arms. Tip the weight into the fingertips. Drills is to pull the heel into the bum one way and then land maybe the other way. If you manage to go into crane, hold for maybe 3 breaths and think about jumping through chaturanga or leave it out. Let's meet in downward dog. Guys, go for it. If you're jumping through, if you're coming with me, land. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or jump into a high plank. Maybe go through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And let's meet in downward dog. Make your way onto your bum. I'm crossing ankles behind the wrists. Jumping over, rolling over ankles. Straight into both pose. Lengthen spine, neck, scoop stomach. Release hands and see if you want to lift the legs, tabletop, or maybe straight. Stay here. Or let's do low boat into high boat 5 times. Scoop the stomach. Press the lower back onto the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lift back up. Lots of power. I'm giving you extra because you're a bit crazy. Low boat. And maybe biceps by the ears into dish. Make sure you bring the hands back first. Lose the momentum of the arms. And then lift back up. That's 2. Pick one. Take your time. I'm going for number 3. Make sure there is no back pain. Try not to use the momentum of the arms to lift you up. Coordinating your timing of the stomach muscles, hip flexors, quads, the strength of all that, the power of all that to lift you up. Careful with the front of your neck as well. If you're pointing the chin towards your ankles, you might get a bit of pain in the front of your neck. Once you've done the last one, hold your boat pose. And find yourself in downward dog, jumping through the ankles again for me. Maybe chaturanga, or find your downward dog. Let's go. I'm taking 3 breaths here. If you need a break in child's pose, please do. We've got one more round of the flow. Find downward dog and get ready for your last round. 1 each way. Lift the right heel, 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, right knee across to the left elbow to press the elbow in, bending left elbow. Flipping over, star or fallen triangle, left arm up. Lift the hip high, inhale. Exhale, drop the right hip to the mat. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left hand down. Right knee to the nose, tap. Pigeon. Right heel on the left thigh, bum up high into downward dog. One more inhale, prepare. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Step through. Drop the left knee. Crescent moon. Reach the arms up, inhale. Slide back bend if you want on your exhale. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Open the heart up. Start the standing half split. Straightening right knee and folding towards the toes with the forehead. One more breath here. Very careful on the right hamstrings. Make your way into warrior 3. Release the hands or keep them together. Diving forward, release the fingertips if you want, or keep them off as long as you can. Keep lifting left heel. Keep dropping head and shoulders. Release the left fingertips towards the front of the mat. Find a balance. Bend the left knee and grab the left ankle with the right hand. Push into the hand. Reversed warrior, take your time. Land the left foot in the back. Cartwheel the arms up, right arm up. Inhale, I'm already binding. Wide-legged forward fold. Right hand on the mat to twist. Turn the left shoulder up and I'm holding that bind. Take it further or maybe reach for the bind if you haven't done it so far. I'm going to turn you away from me. You're going to go to the back of the mat to do a side lunge. I'm releasing the left arm. I'm sitting onto the left heel and straight away I'm reaching left fingertips towards the mat and right arm up to open. You're coming away from the front of the mat. Easy twist in the back of the mat, right hand in line with the left heel. Turn the left shoulder up, you're turning away from me completely. Left arm up. Side plank, right heel over right knee on the mat. Push the left foot back 3. Left heel on the inside of the right thigh. Lift the hip high. You're going to go into a 3-legged dog and start the other side. Left hand down. Turn your hip and lift the left heel behind you. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow to tap. Bending right elbow, preparing for star pose or fallen triangle. Extend arms and legs. Right arm up. Inhale, lift the hip high. Exhale, drop the hip. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, right hand down, left knee to the nose. Tap. Pigeon. Left heel on the right thigh, bum up high, downward dog. One more inhale to prepare. Exhale, left knee to the nose, tap. And step through. Drop the right knee. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Maybe back bend as you exhale. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Open the chest. Inhale. Half split. Start extending the left knee as you exhale. And take your time. Take another breath here to level the hips. And fold the forehead towards the left toes. Feel the hamstring stretching. Warrior 3. I'm bending left knee. Taking back knee off anytime you need to release the fingers. Float into balance, warrior 3. Start diving the head forward as you lift the right heel higher. Very careful, but taking it further maybe. I'm releasing right fingertips onto the mat. Bend the right knee and grab the right ankle with the left hand. Press into it. Release. Reverse the warrior. Right foot steps back. Left arm up. I'm already binding with the right hand. Left arm reaches high. Right leg it forward with a twist. Left hand in the middle of the mat. Turn the right shoulder up. Maybe start the bind now if you haven't done it yet. Or maybe take it slightly further. You're coming back to the front of the mat. Reach the right arm up. Sit onto the right heel. Side lunge. I'm reaching the right elbow on the inside of the right knee, right fingertips to the mat. Left arm up. Open. Easy twist. Left hand on the mat in line with the right heel. Right arm up. Inhale to prepare for the side plank for the last time, or star pose. Flick the left heel over or heel in knee down. Put the right foot back. Tree. Right heel on the inside of the left thigh. Step into a three-legged dog. Push the right heel up just for one breath. Inhale. And step the right foot down, downward dog. One more chaturanga if you want, or leave it out. Ripple the spine forward, inhale. Exhale, sink through. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. One more breath, and we stretch out the hips. Right leg on the outside of the right hand lizard. I'm dropping left knee, untucking the left toes. Dropping on the outside edge of the right foot. Pressing right heel of the hand into the knee, very gently, and opening the right shoulder up to the ceiling. Stay here or reach back, right arm. Grabs the left foot, quad stretch. Take a couple more breaths. Press into the left heel of the hand and sink your hips further by bending the right knee if you can. Release. Right hand down, step into downward dog, but gently and carefully on your back, so round the back thrust. Engage the core muscles. Take one breath in downward dog. And let's do the other side. Step the left foot on the outside of the left hand into lizard. Drop the back knee. I'm untucking the toes. Drop onto the outside edge of the left foot. And see if you want to press the left hand into the inside of your left knee. Lift the heart up to the ceiling, press into the right heel of the hand. Stay here or reach back with your left arm. Quad stretch if you want, careful on your knee. Maybe hold it for a couple of breaths. Keep sinking into the left knee to drop the hip lower and lift the chest higher. Release. Find downward dog, left hand flat. I'm engaging core muscles before stepping back. Come onto your front, let's stretch out the front of your shoulders. Left hand out in line with the left shoulder, palm is on the mat. Right hand under your right shoulder, bend the right knee, roll onto your left side. For balance, I tend to bring my left foot towards the middle of the mat. It gives me more balance. Make sure your back is safe. Relax your left ear onto the mat and see if you want to reach the right fingertips to the ceiling. Right thumb is pointing to the front of the mat. If you're pushing the right hand behind you, make sure it's the back of your hand. Don't even think about interlacing the fingers, because you're doing an internal rotation in the humerus bone. Slowly come back, right hand on the mat, roll onto your front and leave the left hand as it is, just for a breath. After the intense stretch, it doesn't have to move around straight away. Slowly bring the left hand underneath your left shoulder. Bring the right hand out to the side, in line with your right shoulder, palm is on the mat. Bend the left knee. Roll onto your right side. Feel the front of your right shoulder stretching. Try your best to land the left foot behind you, if your back is comfortable. I bring the right foot towards the middle of the mat, so I have the stability. Maybe reach the left arm up if it's not there already. Left thumb to the front. Push the back of your hand behind you. Release the left hand onto the mat and roll onto your front. Leave the right arm as it is. Make your way into child's pose. I'm slowly bringing right hand under the shoulder and try not to use too much push in the hands. And just sit into child's pose. Find yourself on your bum. I'm just pushing the feet to the side, comfortably sitting myself in the middle of the mat. We are combining a glute stretch, a log pose, with an eagle arm pose. Now, if you want to do it separately, some of you go onto your backs for the glute stretch, and that is fine, but I'm going to try and combine the two. I'm putting the right shin on top of the left. Now, if the heels are too close to you, you won't feel it. Ideally, the right heel comes on top of the left thigh if you're doing the log pose with me. If I look down, there's a triangle just there. You should try and meet the right knee with the left heel. It's not there for me, but I feel the glute stretch. To combine it with the eagle pose, I've got the right arm on the top and the left arm underneath. Just pulling the arm onto the chest is good enough. Make sure you release the shoulders. As long as you feel the back of your shoulders is good. We'll carry on. Meet the left fingertips with the right palm. Lengthening the spine, maybe lifting the elbows slightly. And maybe lean forward from the hips. Very, very carefully. You might be able to lean further. I can't, because I can feel it in my hips. I'm going to be here for another couple of breaths, maybe 3. So if you've been doing them separately, then maybe go for your other stretch. Once you've straightened up, if you fancy it, lift a bit higher, maybe lean back slightly. Then release. I'm changing the legs. So again, glutes and back of the shoulders, doing them separately is absolutely fine. The two sides are very different for me, so I'm going to look completely different on the two sides. Find a position where your knees don't hurt. Find a stretch in the glutes. And I've got the left arm coming on top, right arm underneath. It might be just the back of your shoulders here. Carry on and find the eagle pose. Meet the right fingertips with the left palm. A slight lift in the elbows is good if it's there. And maybe hinge forward. But make sure you still feel it in your hips and the back of your shoulders. Notice the difference between the two sides. Taking a couple more breaths. Make sure you can feel your bum. And I'm straightening up. If you fancy lifting the elbows higher for a very gentle back bend. And then release. Roll the shoulders back. Come onto your back once you manage to untangle the legs. Let's open the hips. You feel free to do a wheel pose, although I wouldn't recommend it right now because you've really stretched out the shoulders. I'm going to do a shoulder bridge just to open the front of my hips. Lifting up just the one, scooping the pelvis on the top. And without any back pain, maybe lift the hips higher just for a breath, maybe two. And then scoop the tummy and come onto your bum. One more quick hamstring stretch each way. I'm lengthening the left heel away from my bum, right leg up. Using strap is always good, grabbing the back of your right leg otherwise. And find a stretch in the hamstrings, bit of wiggling around, moving around if you need it. And then close your eyes. Release. Slowly send the right heel long. And the left knee in. Put the strap around the foot or grab the back of your leg, find a hamstring stretch. Do the wiggles if you need them, any kind of joint movement to loosen. And close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Bend the left knee, hug it in, bring the right knee in. Massage your back a couple of times. And bring both knees over to your left. Keep your shoulder blades flat, bring the arms out into a T. You can always put the left hand on top of the right knee if it's comfy. Feel your lower back stretching. Looking over your right shoulder might help keeping your right shoulder blade flat. Slowly changing sides, dropping knees to your right and keeping left shoulder blade flat. Maybe putting right hand on top of the left there, turning your head over your left shoulder. Stay on your right side. Bring the left arm over to your right. And sit up slowly. Comfy legs. Straight spine. Shoulders back away from your ears. Nice. Do the neck stretches. Ear to shoulder one way. Change. Keep the chin to the chest. And roll your head all the way around. Change direction. Once you're back to center, drop the chin to the chest and maybe grab the back of your head with your fingertips. Gently pull and feel the back of your neck stretching. Release the head. Straighten your spine. Lift your chin up. Take a big inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Right on, everyone. Thank you very much. Guys, I know I was rushing through that. But hang on, let me just stop recording.